Why your stream not giving me a notice? I don't even go live that often to be wasting minutes, so I don't understand that.
Oh, it says that you're like running low on your live minutes for the month, some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't understand. I'm like, I barely go live on here, so how the hell am I running out of minutes for in 1 week?
Maybe.
That makes no sense.
Yeah. As long as you got
So
15
yeah,
hours, you should be good.
yeah. I'm like, what is all this? You giving me a notice?
Because I be having 14 out of 22. Oh, you're running low. I'm just like, no, I have 6 more hours left. Calm the ass down.
You know what I'm saying? What the fuck are they talking about?
Let me check if that other website is working. Hold on.
They crazy.
Okay, he just seen the message.
They are
Cool.
crazy.
Okay, so the other website is working. So when I come back from suspension, we
Okay.
can just use Mux because last time it was on some bullshit.
Yeah, it was. I don't know why. They were tripping.
Kyvace is on his way.
Why he didn't tell me he was joining? I would have. I forgot to tag him in the story.
I could have sworn he told you because I
No.
mean he said it last the
Yes.
last we talked about Raekwon. He said he was going to join us for Cappadonna
That was what, like, that was before you got suspended though.
like 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
That's why I was like, I don't know what he's doing. So
Jesus. I think I got eczema on some real shit.
no,
I think I got eczema.
you got eczema.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
you get the
because it runs down to my family. It's like random itches and stuff.
what the fuck? Just like that?
Hmm?
Just like that?
I mean, yeah.
So what do you do for it then?
Make sure I moisturize my skin, get some calamine lotion. I gotta do more research about it because sometimes I just be randomly like my scalp just randomly itches and shit. You
Right.
know.
Right. I'm a, I wonder if I should tag Cappadonna in this shit. Kappa, I'm tagging you. You ain't gonna have too much goodness to say about this album. Well, I like some songs on here. Christian, what's
Yeah,
good?
some songs grew on me, but at the same time, I'm gonna save my thoughts. Let me get my thoughts together. I feel like he was trying to jump into a lot of different flows with this one so far.
Ah, I sent you the link to your thing, yo. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you it on here because
I sent him on Instagram and shit. Well, either or
yo,
works.
when I sent the link on here, yo, when I sent the link on here for Lashia, that widow nigga Q showed up and I had to block his ass.
Really?
Yeah, he showed up on here. Like, you didn't see him because like I could see people that joined the link. I'm like, the fuck you doing on here? Get lost, nigga.
Yeah, that's why
About
I just
what's your favorite fruit punch? Fuck out of here with that.
that's why I just send people privately and shit like that. You don't
Yeah,
want everybody
you
jumping
shut
on
up
your
on here
shit.
and shit like I ain't see him. I'm like, nigga, what's wrong with you?
What's
Niggas showing up
good?
here
What's good? What's
unannounced and
good?
shit. What's good?
Hey
What's
y'all, what's up?
good? Yeah, yeah. I didn't see the link
Okay.
I only seen the YouTube link on Instagram. I didn't see like the stream link.
It's
All
cool.
right.
It's cool. What's good with you, man?
Chilling, man. Just resting, man. Got to be
All
at
right.
work at 4 a.m. Same old,
So
same old.
You already know.
yeah.
About to
Got
get
the
into this Cappadonna.
Oh man. I think this is the first time I heard this album too. I remember like the video, but I don't remember like all the other songs on here.
I was actually thrown off of it because for some reason I thought I'll save it. I'll save it.
Interesting
I'm
album.
about to start this shit in about 8 minutes.
I bet. I was over here looking at on YouTube about the whole 50 Cent situation and like who shot him and who shot the person that shot him.
Right.
And I had no idea anything about the guy Damian World Hardy or whatever his name
Who's that?
is.
Who's that?
He's Little Kim's ex, and apparently he's like a huge gangster from Brooklyn, and he was around, he was killing everybody, and he's the one who killed the person who shot at 50 Cent 9 times, who actually was Mike Tyson's bodyguard.
Really?
Yeah, so
I thought it
I
was
was
people. I thought it was
not,
people that Supreme hired to kill 50 to shoot him.
yeah, it was, and one of them was happened to be his name was Hamo, and one of them, and he was one of the
Right.
people that Supreme hired because his name was Homicide
So
because he was
they
a
never
killer.
got the shooters until now.
No. I mean, this information
Did
been
they ever
out.
get the shooters?
This information been out for a while. I just never knew. I just came across it today. I didn't know
Right.
anything about it, and I'm like, oh shit, I ain't know all this was going on.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like I started digging deep into who this guy World was, Lil Kim's ex, and this dude he's locked
Right.
up for like he got like 8 bodies on him.
Damn. That's street life, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So I just saw a post from Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg talking about that album is quote unquote almost done.
That shit ain't coming out, man.
That shit ain't
That
coming out.
shit is never coming out, man. You know how Dre do? He had like a vault full of unreleased material.
And if it does come out, I think it's gonna be disappointing for some reason.
Yeah, it's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be. I don't expect nothing classic from you.
Yeah.
You know.
People are still dragging Azalea Banks right now and shit.
Yeah, I never. First of all, I never understood why anybody liked her from the get go. I always thought she was a terrible artist. Like, and that was before I even knew she like had a terrible personality.
Right.
She makes more fame. She's more famous with starting shit than actually making music. That's the thing.
Right. Yeah.
I never heard one Azalea Banks song in my life.
Me neither.
I remember years ago, like when I guess she was like really popular or something, and I was like, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? And then they're like, you don't know Azalea Banks? What? I'm like, huh? I'm like, y'all like this? And she ass. Like, what the fuck is
Like, bitch, calm your bitch ass down, nigga.
it?
I'm like, you don't know who? I'm like, we don't know who Rhapsody is, bitch. Like, fuck that.
One hit wonder. What? She got a hit? I don't know not one song from her.
Yeah.
You said one hit. I saw her in one movie. It was a movie that the RZA directed. It was like her and Jill Scott, and Jill Scott played like she was like going to college, and Jill Scott played like her professor.
Oh, she was in that. I seen that movie.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was her in that movie. So
that was her and Denzel Washington's son, like played her boyfriend in that. Like they had like a rap group or something together.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It was based off like poetry. She was like,
Right. Yeah, that was her. That was her.
I didn't even know that was her.
Yep. That's the only thing I've seen her in. I don't know none of her songs, and she just always online beefing with people.
Right.
Burning up her dead cats and shit.
Right.
Yeah, I heard about that.
What was
Shit,
that about?
that shit was disgusting. She got her bones and everything. I'm like, oh no, that shit literally made my skin crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's wild.
I saw this one Facebook post that says once DC finishes grieving, he should not let up Azalea Banks and shit. I'm like, I agree. I fucking agree with that shit. And fuck B Simone too and shit. I don't know why is it that when our people die, that's when everybody wants to act a fucking fool and shit. Just say rest in peace and move on with your fucking life.
Right?
All right.
Crazy.
What else is going on? 50 Cent made a post that said he only made $17,000 an episode on Power and shit like that too. So that's
He only
I
did
feel
what?
like for each episode of Power, he only made 17K. Oh, most people make less than that. Most people make less than that. Shit. I feel like he's gonna leave Stars very soon. I don't know. Something just tells me he's gonna leave Stars very soon.
Yeah.
So I take it that nobody has this album, right? Well, I don't try. You just heard the shit today. You don't have this album, Kyvace?
No, I got the first one. That's all I need from Cappadonna. I got the first
Yeah,
one.
I got the first one too.
I was not buying anything else from that he got.
I was late for the first one because I don't know. I for some reason I thought it was gonna be whack. And then a few years after the Pillage came out, then I went back and listened to it. I was like, oh, this is pretty decent.
You know the
His best album.
the crazy thing is I heard this album first, then I heard the Pillage. That's the crazy shit.
Oh wow. What? Wow.
But it was years ago when I heard the yin and the yang the first time. It was years ago. Once I heard the Pillage, it was a rap. I'm just like, okay, now I can see. I can see it now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but I initially did not cop this album.
Yeah, I ain't get it. I was not getting that.
Yeah. Christian said off topic. I hate when
when people some people.
Oh, go ahead.
Who the fuck is he talking about? No,
He's talking
you read it because I don't know who he's talking about.
Yeah, I know who he's talking about. Derek Jackson. He's that relationship guru that talks about black men this, but he cheated on his girlfriend or wife or something like that. It was a huge scandal like last year. But I get
giving advice to people.
But people always talk shit about Kevin Samuels. Like I'm not the biggest Kevin Samuels fan though, but some of this shit, I'm not gonna lie, he kind of has a point. I ain't gonna hold you. But I don't follow that relationship guru bullshit. I don't do that, motherfucker. I like the instance up, There's a lot of evil spirits on this album, so I got like some incense up and shit.
All righty.
Evil spirits.
I'm ready to start whenever y'all are.
All right.
All right. What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely Saturday evening? This your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Try with me. Got my homeboy Kyvace with me in the building as well too.
Yo.
And this is another Rule Review. The album we are going to talk about today. Wait 1 second. Is Cappadonna's The Yin and the Yang. This is actually his sophomore album that came out in 2001. I'm gonna pull up the date in a minute. Give me 1 second. Yeah, and it's like a lot of people's first time hearing this project and shit too. Yeah, there it is. All right. This album came out 2001. Damn, where's this album come out? There you go. Okay. Yeah, April 3rd to be exact. On Razor Sharp Records, which was under Epic Records. I don't see any singles this album came out with. Let me just double check because sometimes
Supermodel.
Supermodel.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that video. I've never seen it.
Okay, so that was like the only single. Okay. All right. Producers include Agala, Goldfingers, Inspector Deck, Jermaine Dupri, Neo Nick, and True Master. Guest appearances include Adolf, which was Aguilar, Ghostface, Killer Priest, Neo Neck, Raekwon, Jermaine Dupri, Da Brat, Shaheem, Crunch, Jamie Summers, Timbo King, and Culture. All right. So since it's the first time we're all talk, well, because I did a review on a Pillage years ago, I'm gonna talk about how y'all got into Cappadonna.
Kyvace, you want to go first? Or me?
All right. Pretty much Cappadonna, Wu Tang. That's pretty much all. Like, got into his music through the 36 Chambers joint, the singles, Ice Cream, um, and yeah, and then the double album. That's pretty much all I really knew from him. Like I said, I kind of skipped the Pillage album because although I thought Cappadonna was dope, I just wasn't interested enough in hearing a project from him. And especially like around that time, when did the Pillage come out? Like '98.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wasn't interested in hearing nothing from him, so I kind of skipped that. And then years later, I came back and listened to it, and it was pretty dope. So that's pretty much my journey with Cappadonna.
I mean, pretty much the same. Like just hearing them on Ice Cream and um the Winter Woods joint, and then double album. He was on a lot of tracks, and he was good. I felt like he was like an extended member of the clan, and his first album came out. It was dope, and that's really the only album I check for. Like after all these years now, like I said, like he dropped the album last year with Stu Bangers that was dope. But other than that, other than those two albums, I haven't listened to none of his other albums after the Pillage. So this is like my first time listening to this album. I remember when it came out. Um, he had some other albums like over the years. I just never checked for those joints, and he's still here, and I know he had some issues with the RZA, and he talked about how the RZA didn't pay him, and he ended up being an Uber driver, and there was a lot of shit going on with him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like even with the Wu Tang Hulu series, they didn't really touch on Kappa's story like that. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah,
mostly like the main members, and you know, um, I felt like I don't really know Kappa's story, like that. You know what I'm saying? And I always felt like he was like an underrated MC. Now with the right production, he can be good. He's already shown that with his first album. Like he had great production on the Pillage, and you know, I don't know why they never really promoted him like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame because it's like a lot of underrated MCs in the clan besides him. You know what I'm saying? And some of them is on this album. But I don't know. Yeah, he definitely went under the radar when it came to albums, and I felt like at least he had one great album. I'll give him that. He had one great album, and that's that's really about it. Like I think when people talk about like favorite Kappa verse, it's either gonna be Ice Cream or Winter Wars, because those two
yeah.
like for me was like his best features on like a Wu-Tang project. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like he was perfect on Ice Cream, and like everybody remember the video, and he had like the bow tie and the big dish medallion, the
Yeah,
dinner table medallion, and then Winter Wars, like he killed Winter Wars. Winter Wars, he was like the last one on that track, and it was a classic record. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's like you know, I don't really hear people discuss like his verses on any like Wu Tang collab or anything like that. So,
mhm.
you know what I mean? But he's still dope. I just wish he had better albums, better production. You know what I'm saying? And he can still do it. Cause last year, just to do a whole album with Stu Bangers, and it was like in that Wu-Tang, chamber. It was boom bap. You know what I'm saying? He felt re-energized. So he's shown he's capable of doing good albums with the right production. And for some reason, the over the years, like I don't know if it was a record label or if it was RZA or whatever, they just never put no enough like promotional funds behind his projects. So
Right.
he really like, so if people think You God goes under the radar, Cappadonna goes way below the radar after You God. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And I don't know. It's a shame, but I think this man should have more. He should have better albums than what he's put out.
Yeah.
Definitely. Now, I pretty much talked about my introduction to Cappadonna and the Pillage, but just to give y'all a quick rundown. Um, I think the first time I heard him was Raekwon's Ice Cream, which I felt like he definitely did one of his best verses on that one. And to agree with both Try and Kyvace, I definitely feel like he's so like he has the compatibility, but at the same time, I just feel like sometimes he just picks either the wrong beats or just the wrong direction of the album and shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For just I'd rather listen to RZA's Birth of a Prince album. I haven't heard that album in years, so
Yeah. Digital Bullet. I believe they re-released that on vinyl this year, or was it last year?
it was last year,
Last year, yeah, because they had like the little action figure that came out too for it.
right? But yeah, man, I feel like that era between like 95 and 98, he was dropping heat after heat. And when it comes to the verses, the Pillage album, to this day, I still bump that shit to this day. Definitely had. I will call it an arguable classic in my opinion, like an
His
underground
best
classic.
album. It's his best album,
Yeah,
definitely.
I would definitely call it that. All right. So after the release of the Pillage in '98, he still like contributed to like a lot of the Wu project. Like he appeared on the W. He appeared on a W that came out in 2000. But it was also around this time too. Him and RZA kind of had a falling out around 2001 because like Troy mentioned, he feel like the RZA was not giving him his rightful due when it came to the money and shit too. You know what I'm saying? And he talks about how he was driving a taxi in Baltimore just to make ends meet. And you gotta also remember that same year, after talked about the Iron Flag album, they had to like scrap Cappadonna's image from the album cover because the FBI. I think his manager was like part of the FBI or some shit like that, investigating the Wu Tang. So that kind of like led a sour taste in like a lot of people's mouth when it came to Cappadonna. Well, some of the room members' mouth when it came to Cappadonna and shit too. So 2001 was a very interesting year for the Wu Tang. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? A lot of albums, well, minus Bulletproof Walls from Ghostface. A lot of albums you can either tell they're like rushed. They didn't really have like the right vision and some shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? But we already talked about Iron Flag, Bulletproof Wallet, so you go more into that. But this is the album cover right here. Pretty. I'm not gonna lie. This is a pretty basic album cover and shit like that.
You think?
Him just wearing like the yin and yang necklace and shit like that too. I feel like it could have been done a little bit better, but
It's basic, but I think it was done by design. Like, because if you think about it, like it's black and white, yin and yang. I think it was like kind of, so it might be a little. It's basic, but it's also like complex at the same time. I get it. I
yeah,
mean, it's not the greatest album cover, of course, but I get the concept though. I think.
definitely. All right, so this album has 11 songs. Let's get right into it. Track number one is The Grits. Um, this features Adolf, aka Adela. I'm not gonna hold you. I respected what he was trying to do with the song, but I do not like his performance. By his performance, I mean Cappadonna's performance. He was just like yelling, "I give a speech at Martin Luther King. Let freedom ring. Forget it." Like
Mhm.
I don't know. I didn't like his flow on that record and shit. I feel like, and this is gonna be something about. I feel like Adolf kind of came off strong than Cappadonna with shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
you know when he's talking, like again, like he's just talking about like how you have your people you can't trust and shit like that. But I don't know why he called this the grits. To be real with you, I've been trying to figure that shit out. But yeah, it's a. I wouldn't have started off this one.
Mm. I thought this track was pretty decent, but I don't think it was a good opening track like for an album. I
Mm.
felt like this song could have been like thrown maybe in the middle of the album. It's more like a filler track to me. Um,
Yeah,
Adolf Aguilar, aka Aguilar, the one the person that had the Ghetto Girl song from back in the day.
yeah,
Mm.
Then he reinvented himself with Purple City with Dipset
Yeah.
and all them.
That's it.
Um, I actually have a song I produced for Aguilar. He's on one of my beats, but
Nice.
that's another story. Yeah, there's a theme on this album where most of his features were going crazy, and we'll talk about that later. But yeah,
Mhm.
Aguilar did a good job on this song. Like I
yeah.
said, the song was more so a filler though overall, but it wasn't bad to me. I thought it was decent.
I think when you hear Kappa's verse, he's trying to rhyme like Adolf.
Mm,
He sounds like Adolf on that. I'm like, that's not
Yeah,
Kappa's regular flow. It's
mm,
almost like it was Adolf featuring Kappa. You know what I'm saying? Like Adolf, we know Adolf for like rhyming fast, and sometimes in his bars it might not all rhyme together. But
hmm
I felt like Adolf was sounding better on this track than Kappa did. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
I like the beat too. The beat was fire. I don't know if it should have been the first song. That could have been like song 3 or song 4 or something.
Right.
yeah. All right. Next song is Supermodels featuring Ghostface. Again, Ghostface is literally just on the hook
Mm,
on and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And again, I didn't really care for Cap's performance on this one. This is like pretty much like on those chick songs. It's like one of those chick songs and stuff like that too. Even a
right.
beat by True Master, I'm not gonna hold you. I love True Master. He's one of my affiliates, but this is not one of my favorite beats from him. To be real with you, so maybe if this was a Ghost solo track, I don't know, but mind
I
you,
thought
Ghost and Boy,
we talking about Supermodel.
Yeah.
yeah,
I thought that was track 3.
no, it's track two.
Okay, so War Rats is what? See,
War
they
Master
got
track.
War Rats as track 2 on YouTube track.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Warrants
War,
is 3.
Okay.
but yeah, mind you, Ray and Ghost were like the only featured guests. Even though Inspector Deck did the beat and shit like that too, but this was decent.
Um, I actually really like this song. Like
Yeah.
I actually love this song. Matter of fact, um, I think it's dope. I think and we'll talk about this later. It's a hit, but it wasn't him trying to chase a hit. It was just
Right.
Cappadonna doing Cappadonna. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And then adding Ghostface on the hook, and just like there's the way I feel about you. Like
Yes.
all that stuff was like super catchy and super dope. I love the beat. The video was cool too. So but yeah, I actually thought this song because I knew this song before I heard this album.
Hmm.
So I always for some reason I thought this song I didn't know this song was on this album, but yeah, this is one of my favorite songs on the album, and actually one of my favorite Cappadonna songs. So,
Yeah. This was a good song. Like this is Cappadonna in his bag. This is
mhm.
the type of sound from the whole album that I expect from Kappa. You know what I'm saying? Like he's always good with when he works with Ghost or Ray or both of them. And I thought this was a good beat. I like the beat. You said Deck produced this.
You said what?
Deck Inspector Deck produced this joint.
No, True Master.
Oh, True Master. Yeah, this was a dope True Master beat. Cap was saying, "Is it possible? Can I get a set of keys? I swallow your tasties, BBCs. They come in all varieties." I loved it. I thought this is the Kappa I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't get that, unfortunately, on the whole album. But this was a dope track.
Got you. All right, track number 3, War Rats. Again, a pretty decent, solid track. This is actually the only song Cappadonna actually had a solo track on this album. It's the only solo track from him. But the thing about it, kind of crazy. I think the original song title was supposed to be Star Wars because he kept saying Star Wars in the hook.
Right.
But you know, I guess he didn't want to face like a lot of copyright issues.
Right.
So I guess they had to change it to War Rats. I don't know why. I don't know why he picked War Rats and shit though, but I don't know. Because I think even Nas, he had a song called Star Wars that was supposed to be on Illmatic.
Right.
And shit like that too, but that got like shelved and stuff like that too. So I mean, this was a solid song. I wish there was more solo songs, but hey.
It's crazy that you mentioned Nas because that's what I wrote down.
Mhm.
I like this song. It has potential, but the beat. I actually do like the beat, but there's something wrong with the beat, and I noticed it with the particular producer that made this. He made 3 other songs on this album, and they all sound exactly the same. And you can like spot it out. It's like, okay, yeah, this producer made this beat hands down without even looking. And the beat just reminds me of like Nas, I Am Nostradamus vibes.
Yeah.
It has that Nas sound from I Am and Nostradamus, and I just couldn't get it out my mind. I'm like, yo, I hear not like Nas should be featured on this song. Um, but yeah, there is something wrong with the beat. I don't know if it's the mixing of the beat or something, but you can hear it in every single song that this particular producer made on this album. Um, Overall, like I said, I do like the song, but it's still there's a lot more to desire for this song.
I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. I'm like, the beat. I didn't hear Nas. I didn't get Nas vibes when I heard the beat. I just, I'm like, who's picking the beats for Cap? Is Cap are these artists like picking their own beats, or is like people picking these beats for them? You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of these beats on this album, I question. I'm like, is Kappa picking these beats himself? He can't be picking these beats himself. He can't be, because if he picked the beats on the Pillage, what happened between the first album and the second one?
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
RZA had more of a hand first album. That's the thing.
So for this album, but wasn't he still on the RZA's label?
He was still on RZA's label, but RZA didn't have no involvement on this album per se.
That's why that is, you can clearly tell the difference there, because RZA was producing for the first one and probably picking the beats for the different songs in the first album, but this one here, I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling this.
Yeah, trust me, there are some worse beats in this album.
Right.
Sorry about that. Track number 4, Bread of Life, featuring Killer Priest and Neo Neck. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Neo, am I saying his name right?
Yeah, I couldn't pronounce it either. It was like Neo, but it's the same producer that produced the song we were just talking about, and it has the same exact sound. It has a Nostradamus, I Am Nas sound.
Again, this was a song where the guest appearances outshined the original guests, and it was fucking. Now, I'm not saying Neo Neck was outshining anybody. I was mostly referring to Killer Priest, who, on popular opinion, he has a more solid discography than Cappadonna, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah. But I've heard more of Killer Priest albums than Cappa.
Same. Matter of fact, we should have talked about View from Masada. I don't know why I did not think of that one.
Did you ever hear the Offering?
I heard bits and pieces of the Offering. That was a good album.
That one was slept on too.
Elizabeth, though. Oh my God. One of the most underrated Wu affiliate albums. Not fuck that. One of the most underrated Wu albums ever. Elizabeth. Right. But back to this song though. Yeah, this one again, a solid song. You know what I'm saying? Just I'm not gonna say it's like a vintage Wu song and stuff like that, but I feel like Cappadonna kind of stole the show on this one.
Yeah. I thought it was a like the other one. I thought it was a decent song, but it's just the beat again just reminded me too much of like Nas I Am. On top of the beat just not being mixed properly or something, there's just something off with this producer's beats. I don't know what it is, but just the sound quality just does. I don't know. Um, but yeah, overall, it was a pretty. It had a nice hook, had a pretty decent hook. Killer Priest went off on it, and yeah, it's a high song.
I think the features outshine Capo on here. You know what I'm
Mhm.
Yeah,
saying? I think they were better. The beat was okay to me. It wasn't I don't think it was a standout track.
yeah, man. I definitely agree with both of y'all said and shit too. Now, granted, um, there was something I was going to say about it slipped my mind and shit, but fuck it, I don't give a fuck. It'll come back to me. Um, Track number 5, "Love Is the Message" featuring Raekwon. I'm not gonna hold you. This might be my favorite song off this album. You know what I'm saying? The beat, it I for a while I thought it was a Crusader sample, but it was actually a sample from MFSB. You know, of the same name.
Yeah,
It's just talking about. I guess what the song is just talking about will be just like how um love is business. You just gotta you can't really mix the same thing, love and business at the same time too. Might be the only song on this album where I felt like Cap was on par with Raekwon. Even though Raekwon, he did his thing, I feel like Cappadonna still put out a solid performance on this one. I liked
right.
how they were going back and forth. That beat definitely was a nice beat. One of my favorite beats on this album. Yeah, this might be my only favorite song off this album. Well, one of my two. Let me stop.
Okay. I do kind of like the beat. The beat was okay, but I was not feeling the song at all. Um, it reminded me like of a Sprite commercial. Remember, like the
Yeah,
'90s, like the '90s Sprite commercials where they had hip hop
Hmm.
artists on it, and that's how it was. I'm like, yo, this would have been like a dope like commercial, maybe selling something for
Right.
like Cappadonna and Raekwon, because it was like kind of cheesy and the lyrics were
Hmm.
kind of dumbed down and cookie cutter. I don't know, but I do like the beat, but it didn't come off as like a real song to me. It just sounded
Right.
like I don't know. I heard Sprite commercial as soon as I
Yeah.
came on.
I thought it was some fly shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like Raekwon is only gonna like rhyme over like some fly shit, and I'm like, this is Raekwon right here, and he had the best verses to me. Like when he said recording command, slam jams for my man's, puff trees, tuck these rugas in your hands, cemented, bent out of shape, mended, represent spin, been through it, God, hold the mic splendid. That's vintage Raekwon right there. I think Raekwon, shined all over this song, man. Like this was a banger.
oh yeah. Yeah, if granted, this should have also been a single as well too.
Yeah, this should have been a single.
Next to Supermodel, but
Yeah.
track 6, We Know, featuring Jermaine Dupri and the Brat.
Why is he on here? Why
Oh
is
my,
Jermaine on here?
oh my God! I did not like this song one bit. That beat, I don't know. Jermaine Dupri, like he's not really one of my favorite producers, but in recent years I've came to appreciate some of his work. But listening to shit like this just makes me realize, yeah, this is why I didn't care for his ass at first. But again, I feel like the Brat did a thing on this track. Right, I'm not the biggest the Brat fan either, granted, but I feel like I like to flow on this one. Cap, he was trying to rhyme like somebody from the South. I'm gonna be real with
Yeah.
you. Wu-Tang Clan, the Flea collaboration at Shaw,
Right.
New York, real life creation, no busters, nigga, what no intent? Like I was like, Cap, what the fuck are you doing? Like, God damn, this was not. I don't know, man. I don't know what we. This should have been like on Jermaine Dupri's like second album from '01. I think
I was
2000.
thinking that too. That would have been better on his album.
Yeah, except without
Yeah.
Cap. Just make it be a Debrat solo. Hell, I don't even give a damn. But wait, Dupree, he did a rap. He rapped on this one, right?
Nah, I don't think he rapped.
Then Dupree
He
rapped.
did the beat.
Oh, okay, never mind. But I don't give a damn if Dupree rapped on this one. I don't know this one, but still, this mind you, this is not the worst track on the album.
Absolutely not. and
I think you know what track I'm talking about. But I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
and that is insane that this is not the worst track. But
Like,
yeah, this song is bad, like really bad, and this goes out again to like, yo, it's too obvious when some Wu members want to try to make a hit record that they feel is a hit record. The only person that's able to do that without it looking like they're trying to do it is Ghostface. Like
Yeah.
Ghostface could just make a hit song without it sounding like he's trying to make a hit song. And my theory is, knowing that Jermaine Dupri, this is 2001, and he got Jermaine Dupri out of all people to be on this album, is they spent their whole budget on Jermaine Dupri to make this one beat that was trash,
Right.
and to make this song that he probably thought was going to take off and be on 106 and Park next to Bow Wow.
He thought he was going to be interviewed by AJ and Free.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of feel about this song. It's like, all right, I see what you tried to do, Cappadonna. You got Jermaine Dupri in 2001, where Bow Wow and Jagged Edge was going crazy on 106 and Park, and he was like, I'm gonna get Jermaine and I'm gonna make a hit, and it just didn't work out because it wasn't genuine, man. Like it just didn't feel genuine. Like you said, he sounded like he tried to rap like he's from down south. So yeah, I wasn't feeling this joint at all.
Bro, if Jermaine plays shit like this at the verses, he's going to get wiped out. I'm telling you. There's no way. Yo, Jermaine in his army bag, he's great. When it comes to rap, he's not good. He's not good doing shit like this. He's not. Puffy's gonna wipe the floor with him in that verses, man, for real. Because I'm like, why is Jermaine on a Cappadonna album in the first place? Why? You mean to tell me, like, if that's true, if he blew his budget on a Jermaine track, you couldn't get True Master or Fourth Disciple or Bronze Nazareth, any of the Wu-Tang Element producers? You got Jermaine Dupri. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even a good Jermaine. And Jermaine had hits in the early 2000s. It's not even a good Jermaine Dupri beat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you got Jermaine in 2001. I see what happened there. Like he thought he was going to get one of those big Jermaine hits.
Jermaine gave shit to Ludacris that was better. The Welcome to Atlanta joint, him and Luda was killing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even for Luda's first album, that joint he did on I forgot the name of that joint on Back for the First Time, and I don't like this joint at all. And I love Jermaine and the Brat, but they shouldn't have been on this album. I don't know what Kappa was thinking. And if he picked that beat, he picked like one of the wackest Jermaine Dupri beats ever.
and again, I mentioned the early 2000s had them little synths be like that, that kind of shit.
It just sounds outdated. It don't sound like a good Jermaine beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, picture Jermaine. What if Jermaine played this against Puffy? You think he's running around with this bullshit? Nah. He would get waxed. I'm telling you.
He automatically losing the whole entire.
Automatically losing. I'm like, he got to just stay in his army bag. Don't play no hip hop shit from nobody that he done, because he don't have a great hip hop.
I mean, he got a few. I do. Maybe it's a guilty pleasure, but I do like Jermaine Dupri's album.
His album was good, but for everybody else, it's not like he was giving them the same type of hits he was giving Escape and Tony Braxton in them.
Yeah, I got a unpopular opinion. His best hip hop shit was on Jay-Z's American Gangsta album.
Yeah, that was good. You know, but even with that, it's like, is he gonna win rounds with those joints? I'm like, you're not gonna play some shit like this against a Biggie song. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I didn't like this at all. I don't even know why they on a Cappadonna album.
I heard niggas say if Jermaine loses, Atlanta loses.
Hey, that's a possibility.
Shit. All right. Now, the shit keeps coming. Shake That, featuring Jamie Summers. This is the worst song on this album. This is a poor man's version of Jay-Z's Money Cash Hoes. I'm gonna be real with you.
Shit.
Poor man's version. And if you listen to the flow or listen to the song carefully, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like fucking Cap was like, chill with the hoes and get lovely. OTF, cases of bubbly. Shake your ass. Don't trouble me. We keep it real. Homicide Hill. And what the fuck was up with that damn chorus? Fuck y'all niggas if y'all don't know. If y'all ain't with us, y'all got to go. That's some shit you would expect from like Cash Money or No Limit. Like what is he trying to like be Cash Money, No Limit on this? Like what is going on this shit right now?
I don't know, man.
I don't fucking know, man. Like
Not good.
this is like oh, if I had to make a top 5 worst Wu-Tang songs, might be in it. I hate to say it.
Yeah. First of all, like whenever you see like a song that says like shake that or shake something, you just for me, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I automatically like, oh, this shit about to be ass. Like, I don't know. Like if the name Shake is in the title, I don't know. I feel like it's about to be ass.
Yeah.
But yo,
No,
hands down, this is probably one of the worst beats I have ever heard in my entire life on like a mainstream album. Like, like hands down the worst beat I've ever heard on an album that was like distributed through like a major label. This is bad. Like Goldfingers, I don't know what. I think I know what you tried to do. You was trying to get in your Timbo bag or something, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is awful. This the two back to back, some of the wackest tracks on the Wu Tang album. Just no, nope.
This song is bad, bro.
Yeah,
That beat, bro.
I just don't know anymore. I really just don't know. But I said it. I want to talk about Wu albums. I was going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I guess you're in the ugly right now. I guess I don't know. I said it, but anyway. Next track, Big Business, featuring Shaheem and Crunch. I'm not going to hold you. I don't know what I think about this song, to be real with you. Again, we're dealing with like guest appearances that outshine the lead song rapper or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I really like this song or if I dislike this song and shit. Because part of me saw what it was trying to do, but then it wasn't executed right the way I thought it was going to be executed.
Wow.
Y'all feel me with this one, or am I tripping?
Nah, I feel you. I feel you 100%. And it's another one of those neo neck beats slash I am Nostradamus beat. And like, and this is probably the best one I've heard from this producer, but it's still there's still something wrong with it, and I don't know what it is. But I love Shaheem's verse on this. Like Shaheem went crazy on this. My heart bigger than my ego, I put my life and hit both free throws.
Yes.
Crazy. So yeah, I enjoyed this song for the most part because of Shaheem. And then it was like the beat was okay, but I don't know. This producer has a weird sound. I don't know.
He does.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Shaheem had the best verse, and it was good because of Shaheem.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Interesting. All right. Next song, Revenge. You know what? There's one particular thing I don't like about this record,
Mhm.
and that's the fucking chorus. In my opinion, I like that chorus. Everything else was good.
Mhm.
Cap did his thing. Timbo King did his thing. Inspector Deck gave a very dope beat, in my opinion. This might be the more Wu oriented songs on this album. It's just I just felt like the chorus was kind of generic. You better watch out for this. Revenge so sweet that you might want to flip. Like that's some Capone Noriega kind of shit. And that's not to throw shots at Capone Noriega. Cause I love like their first two albums, but let's not act like they had the Morse. Let's not act like they didn't have no generic choruses. TONY, top of New York. You know what like the rhythm and everything. You know what I'm saying? It gave me like a Nori kind of feel. But again, not a shot at Capone Noriega. But again, everything but the chorus I just didn't like.
I thought this song was hard. I particularly like. I'm not sure because there's two different artists on it, and I'm not sure who is who. But the second artist, I thought went crazy. I was like, "Oh shit, who's this?" He's not in the credits anywhere. I didn't see him in the credits anywhere. They only say it's Cappadonna and Timbo King.
Right.
Free Murder, that's his name.
So what's his name?
Free Murder.
Okay, well he went crazy on whoever's on that second verse. Timbo King, I guess he was on this third verse.
He was the first one, I think.
Oh, he was the first verse. So
Yeah.
okay, so Timbo King was on the second verse, so he went crazy. The third verse, whoever that was that you just said, I enjoyed his verse too. The beat, I did like the beat, and you're right, you're spot on. It's kind of like reminiscent to like old Wu Tang, but I think the bass was a little too much on it. I don't know. Maybe that's just my techie side, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, the beat could have been mixed a little better. That's about it though. But it was hard.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought Timbo King had the best. Timbo King and Free Murder, they had the best verses. I like the beat. You know, Timbo said, "Crossfire bullets ricochet horizontal. Brooklyn Bridge, Verrazano. Niggas know the motto. Follow the path. Knowledge the craft. Swallow a whole bottle of math since biology class." I always think Timbo King was underrated, and he's another like Wu offspring artist that he didn't get a lot of shine, but he had a dope verse on this song.
Facts.
Oh Jesus. Next song, One Way to Zion. Oh my fucking God. I hate when niggas do this shit. I hate when rappers do this shit. They want to have that one reggae Jamaica kind of track. You know,
they all going to Zion.
And it was bad.
Yeah. Speak what I am. I'm gonna watch like, come on, man. Like, Cap. Are you fucking like niggas did this shit? I remember DJ Quick. He did that for that one song on actually he did a couple times. The Bamba and that one song on Way Too Funky, but I'm not gonna lie. Those were okay, but still it's just like nigga, you're not from that you're not from that part. No. Like again, I mean it was a fake ass Wyclef John beat too, and I never thought I would say that on this channel. But it was a fake ass Wyclef beat. I'm gonna be real. Like Neo Neck. Oh, why am I not surprised?
Oh yeah, he did make this one.
He did this too.
Yeah.
Damn, you fucking up his album.
Yeah.
I said he is not.
For real.
Like he does this thing. It's like I don't know what to call it, but it's like in all his beats, it's like this Spanish kind of like. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, Reg? It's like this Spanish. It's not a sample, but it's like this Spanish thing that I don't know. I gotta listen to I Am and figure out what beat because I just keep thinking of that. But yeah, this is a bad song, terrible song. I didn't even low key. I didn't even finish it. Like I listened to like half of it. I was like, all right, bro, I'm done.
I was like 2 minutes. 2 minutes is long enough. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just looked up the lyrics to see if I'm not. It was like literally the same thing for 5 minutes and shit. I'm like, nah,
Oh my
nigga.
God.
Yeah.
And he have two back-to-back songs with this culture person.
Neil
Like,
Nick, yeah.
why? We didn't need one. You have two. I didn't like this song. It sounded like some like Kappa was trying to do like some fake reggae. I'm like, what the fuck, you?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Kappa? Like he was experimenting on this album and it wasn't good.
Yeah, it really wasn't good. All right, and I'm now technically One Way to Zion was supposed to be the last track, but he does have a bonus version that's like a hidden track called
Mhm.
Save the Children. So you let me get this nigga straight. So you're gonna have a song called Save the Children as a hidden track, but all this other shit was not hidden at all. Like really, nigga? And, and again, when it comes to this song, is it generic? Yeah, but this could have been higher up on the album. Like, come the fuck on. Really, niggas? You wanna hide this shit right here. You don't wanna hide One Way to Zion, really, nigga? Yo, I'm sorry. I respect the song, but come on, man. This is cap.
Yeah, I ain't care too much about this song either. Again, the production on this song was like bad. It's just I just couldn't get into it. So it was another one that I skipped fast. So I was like, all right, I'm done with this album pretty much.
Yeah.
Hey yo,
This was it.
before hold up, try. I forgot to tell you, change the title to Vinyl Collect Recap Part 2 whenever we're done, because I forgot to pull my vinyls out.
Okay.
I'm that right.
Yeah, this wasn't good. I don't understand why you need two back-to-back songs with this culture person. I'm like, no, I didn't like the first one. You got a hidden track with this shit. You could have hit that Jermaine Dupri track. That makes sense.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? No, this was bad.
Mm.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna say my thoughts last. I'm gonna let y'all say your thoughts first.
All right. So overall, no disrespect to Cap, but this is a bad album, bro.
Yeah,
This is a really bad album, mainly due to the production.
for
You
sure.
was chasing for things that you thought was hits at that time,
Yeah,
and it just came off like you was doing it instead of just being yourself. Like you're a dope lyricist. Like just be yourself and
mhm,
do you. Like the Supermodel song, that was you.
right.
That's Cappadonna we know, and it was a hit. And you weren't really trying to make a hit because you was just doing you, but it came out. It was a hit to me. Like I really fucked that song. Um, so yeah, this album could have been a lot better if you just like stuck to your recipe and just and pick some better beats.
Right.
Um, as a former artist myself, I understand like experimenting with different sounds and stuff like that. I have those songs experimenting with stuff, but I made sure nobody is ever gonna hear them ever in my life. So that yeah, I'm gonna give this one like a I'm sorry, man, 1.5 out of 5, bro.
Mm. I like only three songs on here, like the Grits, Supermodel, Love is the Message. Revenge was cool too. I like it because Shaheem did
Mhm.
his thing, but it's not a good album. Like the production was bad. I don't know why he had Jermaine Dupri and the bread on there. That don't even make no sense. You did two back-to-back songs with this culture person that I never heard of, and nah, it was just bad. I'm giving it one mic. I don't think I would ever get this album at all. I don't think anybody else should. If you love Kappa, just stick with the first album. Maybe you check out the Stu Bangers album he did last year, but yeah, I ain't fucking with this album.
Yeah, this was not a good album. It was way too much experimentation on this record. I personally felt like, with this album, the production was very weak. I was very disappointed in like Cappadonna, some of his punchlines that he was doing. I mean, I'm gonna give this a one mic too. This was not a good.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna have 20 minutes left. I'm gonna show some albums from just vinyl recap and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? At least something good we can look forward to. All righty. First album I'm gonna show y'all is Dr. Dre's Compton.
Mm.
This album came out in 2015. No, this is not Detox. Just throwing this out there. This is an entirely different project he did. You know, this came out like literally like about a couple days after Straight Outta Compton came out and shit. This was an okay album to be real with you. You know, it has some okay songs. Like I like Loose Cannons. Talk About It was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah, pretty okay album. Don't expect like the Chronic or 2001. Just being real.
Right.
Then I got EU, the Butt single.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah. This one was a pretty dope record right here. Dope song from one of my favorite movies, School Days. You know, with Spike Lee movie. You know, Lawrence Fishburne was in that shit. You know what I'm saying? So pretty good single. I fuck with it.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. All right. Okay, sorry about that. Now we're gonna get into Earth, Wind, and Fire. Fucking Head to the Sky. This album came out in 1973. Very good album right here. This is known for songs like Evil, Keep Your Head to the Sky, Clover. You know what I'm saying? Very soulful shit. Again, I got Earth, Wind, and Fire, Open Our Eyes,
Nice.
1974. This album right here was really a game changer for them. Songs like Devotion, Mighty Mighty, Feeling Blue. A lot of niggas sample from this record right here too.
Right.
1975 brought us That's the Way of the World.
Good album.
A lot of people forget that this is a soundtrack to a movie of the same name. I've never actually seen the movie, but I heard it was not really as popping like that. But a lot of people say this is like their best album. It's probably my second favorite album from them. Songs like Shining Star, the title track, Reasons. You know, must have. If you're an R&B fan, you don't have this record. I don't know what to tell you. And then we got 1976 with Gratitude. Now this is like a live slash unreleased songs album. This has the live version of Reasons, which I like that version the best. New World Symphony was pretty good. It also has Can't Hide Love. That's like one of the most popular songs ever. Yeah, must have. If you're another album Earth, Wind, and Fire fans should have in their collection. Then we got Spirit. This album came out in 1976. Very underrated album in my opinion. On Your Face. This was the last album that Charles Stepney did with them because he died of a heart attack around like 76. It's kind of crazy too because this title track was like a tribute to him, and he was scheduled to go listen to that song, but then they got the word that he died and whatnot too. So very underrated album. I love the album cover. And I got their best album, All in All. This album came out in 1977. You know what I'm saying? Very great album. This was known for songs like Love's Holiday and shit too, you know what I'm saying? Fantasy, Jupiter. Yeah. Classic album. This has got won them a lot of Grammy Awards too.
Yeah.
Then we got 1980 Faces. This was an okay album. Let me be real with you. This was like a lot of experimentation on this album. I think I read somewhere that Philip Bailey didn't really care for this one a lot too. This was known for some Went Away, Take It to the Sky, Turn Into Something Good. Yeah, this one,
That album cover looks like you remember when Bone Thugs had the Mo Thugs compilation?
Yeah.
They did like the family scriptures. I think it was part 2. They like did like a recreation of that album cover.
Yeah. It's enough for me. All right. Next song we got next album is Earth, Wind, and Fire with Rays. Very great album. And it's crazy too because a lot of the band members also left around this time too. You know what I'm saying? Like the horns, like his horn section kind of left around for the Faces album. So this album kind of concentrated more on like synths and drum machines and shit too. But
Right.
you know, you have songs like Let's Groove. My favorite song, I Want to Be With You, which that got them a Grammy Award too. You know what I'm saying? Lady Son. A lot of Earth, Wind and Fire fans don't even like this album too for some odd reason, but they feel like it was a bit too 80s, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think so, bro. Now we're gonna go to Easy Motherfucking E.
Yes.
Easy Does It.
Classic album.
1988. Yeah. I know when I first heard this joint, I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't care
Mhm.
for it too much because I was expecting like straight out of Compton. I felt like it was, but it's easy style though. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
technically, Q and Ren did a lot of the writing, just like straight out of Compton.
Right.
Dre did the production. It's like a what Return to the 36 Chambers was ODB was for Wu Tang. This was for NWA,
Now,
especially
was he? Did he record that before they broke up?
yeah. This was recorded around the same time Straight Outta Compton came out.
Yeah, because they all on the album. So
Yep. I mean, it's pretty much technically I would say it's the last
right,
NWA album with Ice Cube. Well, I'm
right,
not gonna say that because DOC. I mean, he was on DOC's No One Can Do It Better too. So,
right.
but yeah, this one was pretty good. You know, I love Easier Said Than Done. Nobody Moved. Two Hard Mothers. You know what I'm saying? Boys in the Hood remix was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, West Coast fans, y'all should know about this. Still on the Earth Wind and Fire train, we got the Emotions, Flowers. Um, great album. This is known for songs like I Don't Want to Lose Your Love, No Plans for Tomorrow, title track. Yeah, this was a good album. Definitely should talk about this very soon.
Emotions.
Now, they came out with one of the best soul albums of '77, Rejoice. Very great album, in my opinion. I mean, Best of My Love, Don't Ask My Neighbors, A Feeling Is. A lot of rappers and R&B acts sampled from this record. I know Bismarck Key sampled A Feeling Is for What Goes Around Comes Around. Love that track. I like that bit more than Just a Friend, just being real with you, but
Right.
Just a Friend is like white people's favorite song from Bismarck Key, to being real. It always makes me mad when they say he's a one-hit wonder. He had plenty of that was like
Right.
his most successful
Oh
pop
yeah.
song. Because Vapors, make the music with your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, and this show game was crazy too. Like,
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
man. Hell, Toilet Stool Rap. What y'all know about that shit?
Crazy.
His best song. I don't give a fuck what no one says.
You think that's his best song?
Yeah, his best song, lyrically and production wise. Here we got Eric B and Rakim. What's on your mind?
Yes.
Single. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
This was on the House Party 2 soundtrack too. I need to get my hands on them House Party soundtracks. I even like the third House Party soundtrack. That shit was ill as fuck. But yep, you know me. I got
Third
House.
house party.
Yeah, the soundtrack.
Who,
Soundtrack.
who who was on the third house party soundtrack? Immature? Like who was on that shit?
I know Kid and Play, of course,
Yeah.
which I feel like they did some of the best rapping on that soundtrack. You know, they had like a boom bap kind of style.
Yeah, the Beat Nuts producer.
Yeah,
Okay. I gotta look that up. I didn't even
Yeah.
think to.
yeah.
I never heard the soundtrack. I remember when the Kid and Play song came out though. I had part one on cassette and I never bought part two.
Facts. Yeah. Even though House Party 3, I had my issue with the movie, but
Yeah.
Bernie Mac saved the movie. I'm just gonna be
Mhm.
yeah. Rest in peace, Bernie. All my Prince heads, y'all should know about this one, The Family, self-titled. Yes, one of Prince's best albums he's ever produced. Y'all should know it. Y'all should know about Susanna Melvoin. Jerome was on this album too, if you know from the time. This has songs like Mutiny, Screams of Passion, Nothing Compares to You. I've always hated that song. You know what I'm
Really?
saying?
You never liked that?
I never liked this
I like
version.
the Sinead O'Connor version though.
Fuck Sinead O'Connor. I knew you were gonna say that. The Prince and Rosie Gaines version.
Mhm.
I can vibe with that because I love me some Rosie Gaines, but I never liked this song. I feel like it's one of the most overhyped Prince songs he's ever written. Shit, but the album itself is pretty good. It's like a nice mix of funk, soul, jazz. This was like Prince's jazz era with Sheila E.'s Romance 1600,
Oh, Lord.
Around the World in a Day. You
That album I
know,
don't like.
come on, man. You
That,
tripping.
we didn't do a review on that, Ron, right?
We did.
Oh, we did. Okay, I know we did. We did Jill Jones and
Yep.
the Family. Okay,
We did. Trust me, yo. Prince shit, we did. Like minus the Madhouse albums. Those are
yeah,
them
Madhouse is still on my list.
Yeah. Fat Boys.
Fat Boys.
Yeah, subtitled. This is a hip hop classic, in my opinion. Fucking hip hop classic. You know, honestly, their only great album to me. Everything else was kind of hit or miss. Like that's when they became more of like a novelty act. I hate to say it, but yeah, producers like Larry Smith, Curtis Blow on this joint, like Jailhouse Rap, Stickum, The Place to Be. I mean, you know, these were the original Fat Boys before Rick Ross, before Biggie. These were the original Fat Boys.
What album were they in when they came out with the movie Disorderlies? Like, what album were they on? Was that their first album? Or
I want to say that was the third album.
third album? Okay.
Yeah.
That was 87, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when they were doing something with Chub Checker and the Beach Boys. I was just like, what the
I remember that.
The Beach Boys, nigga? Really? Okay. and I like Pet Sounds, but still. Fazo, Riding High, 1977. This is pretty much an Ohio Players album. Like this was like a side thing that they did with like Satch. Was Satch pretty much spearheaded this one. Everyone knows the song Riding High. That's been sampled so many times in hip hop and R&B.
Right.
And I hate to say that's like the best song on this album. You and I Belong Together was pretty cool. True Love. You know what I'm saying? This was one of the last great works Ohio Players ever did and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But we did a review on this one, so check it out.
We did?
Yeah, it was a double between that one and Ohio Players Angel.
Okay.
This was a gift, just to let y'all know. It's Lupe Fiasco with Jogas.
I never heard that one.
This came out in 2017. I heard some joints from this album. I didn't have a chance to re-listen to this album before the recap because the whole suspension and just trying to get everything together. But like I said, it was a gift. I'm not the biggest Lupe fan, but he gave me that one and Food and Liquor Part 2. Shout out to my boy DJ. You know, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I need to get some earlier albums from him, but I'm not like the biggest Lupe fan like that.
Then the last one I heard was Tetsuo and Youth, and I didn't like that one.
See, that one was okay. That was okay for me.
A lot of people love it. It's the trappy beats for me. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, Lupe just changed his whole sound.
It wasn't better than I think that came out the same year as To Pimp a Butterfly. It wasn't better than that because niggas was trying to hype it up. Like it was better than that. Like, no, nigga. Stop it. Now, I don't like this album, but Try loves it. It's The Firm, the album. This is a promo copy and shit too, you know. I got this to complete like my collection and shit like that. I mean, I like it.
You don't like that? You don't like the album?
Nah.
Wow, what you don't like about it, man?
Well, I don't like the production.
Wow.
Well, some of the beats were okay. I felt like Nature wasn't as good as, you know, Cormega and shit too, you know what I'm saying? I always say this, I'd rather listen to Foxy's China Doll than this album, to be real with you.
What? That's insane.
I mean, that was not a good album either, but at least she's trying. You know, this one, it has like both albums has so much hype, but it just like, it just fuel down and shit. You know?
I never understood why people didn't like that album. To me, I'm like, what? That album was pretty good.
There's some joint. You know what it is? I think Dr. Dre doing one half and the track masters, it just didn't mesh, and people wanted like a mafioso, more of a like if you listen to Il Nana or It Was Written, we wanted that sound for the album. I don't feel like we got that totally, but there's still some joints on their Phone Tap is probably like the biggest joint off of that album.
Right.
You know,
I like
From
From
Fiasco, that
Fiasco,
was fire. Yeah,
that was good. But that 6 minutes to flush, I did not like
you
that
didn't
one.
like that one?
Nah, the beat was horrible. Like, I got some classic rock shit. It's Fleetwood Mac, Tusk. This album came out in 1979. It's 2 years after Rumors. This is actually not a bad album. A lot of people kind of shit on this one, but I mean, it was a bit too long for my taste, but it was
Yeah.
still some good shit. Like Sarah was good. That's not that funny. That's all for everyone. I love that record.
Mhm.
You know, pretty solid. I'll give this album a chance. Now for underrated albums, Mirage. This album came out in 1982. They always look like they're having an orgy on this album cover. Be real with you.
Mm.
But this one, next to Rumors, is my favorite album from them. I love Only Over You. Rest in peace, Christine McVie, one of her best vocals. Can't Go Back, Straight Back, Hold Me, Oh Diane. Like it has that early 80s soft rock,
Right.
kind of yacht rock kind of feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Must have in your collection. And yes, it's still sealed and shit. So
Oh man.
man, it's that good. Then they got Red Fox's very first album, Life of the Party.
The comedian.
Yeah, the comedian, Fred Sanford. This came still sealed up too and shit, 1956.
Wow.
Very good album. You know what I'm saying? This was back when he was known for doing the quote unquote party records
Mhm.
and shit. He has songs like The Honeymooners, The Jackasses, The Politician. Um,
Man.
pretty good album. I can't show this album cover on YouTube because it's
Who
kind of
is it?
sick.
Is it
It's
Liz
Red
Fair?
No, it's Red Fox, but
Oh
he's
Lord.
he's butt naked with some girl.
Oh my
So
God.
I can't even show the albums, but I'm gonna show you the back
Okay.
because I can't YouTube. Well, I don't want to get trial suspended.
Jesus
Um,
Christ.
this album came out in like 1977 and shit. You know what I'm saying? Very funny record. You know, probably one of his most dirtiest albums he ever came out with and shit. Being real. And he came out with this one called "You Gotta Wash Your Ass." Um, again,
Wow.
this came out in 1975.
Okay.
Again, funny ass. Fun. This seems around this time he shaved his hair off and shit too. So yeah,
Wow.
you gotta wash your ass. Then we got Aretha Franklin. I Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You. This came out in 1967. One of the greatest soul albums of all time. I mean, this album, pretty much redefined her. She signed to Atlantic Records. She has known for songs like Otis Redding's Cover of Respect, Soul Serenade, Don't Let Me Lose This Dream. You know what I'm saying? She did her own version of Change Is Gonna Come. Classic soul right here.
That was a good album. Like I wonder why a lot of producers don't go to that album for like samples.
Honestly, I wonder that too, but I feel like not everything should be sampled like that.
Right.
But I hear what you're saying though.
That's a good album to sample, Kyvace. If you ever listen to that one,
Mm-hmm.
a lot
Which
of
one?
soul samples on that album.
Which one was it again?
Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin. Which one though?
I Never Loved a Man the Way I Loved You.
All right, I'll check it out. I have this thing called I don't know if y'all know Who Sampled.
Yep.
Yeah,
Website.
I go. Yeah, I go there all the time just to see like who samples certain things, and then
Yeah.
if I find out there's too many samples of that,
I don't do it.
right. Yeah, I just go away.
I'm the same way with you, bro. I'm definitely the same way. Because there was one sample I found that was so ill. I looked it up and it was like 20 niggas used it. I was like, damn. And they used the same part I want to use too. That's the
Oh wow. Yeah.
Aretha Franklin's Young, Gifted, and Black, 1972. My favorite Aretha album, in my opinion. This actually has some songs that she actually started writing for the first time. Daydreaming. She wrote that about Dennis Edwards of the Temptations. Young Rocksteady. You know what I'm saying? All my EPMD fans should know about that. You know what I'm saying? I love Young, Gifted, and Black. Very good. Just to let you know, I put my albums in alphabetical order by release date. So that's why I say it's always a struggle setting this shit up. Yeah. All right, now we got Aretha Franklin. Hey Now Hey, The Other Side of the Sky, 1973. This is might be one of the rarest albums she in the Atlantic
Is that
Records
her?
catalog.
Is that her on the album cover with like the white makeup on?
Yeah, it's an
Wow,
abstract film. Yeah,
I never seen that movie.
Quincy Jones produced this album right here. It really, I don't feel like this album was promoted that well. The only
Mhm.
single I think it came out with was Angel, which wrote that about his sister. But this was Aretha Franklin doing jazz, literally, like
Wow.
scatting and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Hey Now Hey, Sister from Texas, Somewhere, must have in your collection. You know what I'm saying? Definitely want to talk about this album one day. I feel like this one gets highly slept on. So they have to hurry up and drop a commercial kind of album. Let Me In Your Life, which again, this one was a very good album too. This was known for songs like Until You Come Back to Me. A little trivia about that song. Stevie Wonder wrote that song, but that was originally supposed to be for Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Wow.
See, once Stevie heard Aretha sing it, I think he quickly gave it to her. And I think that's Gladys kind of felt some ill, not like she was kind of upset with Stevie a little bit for giving
Mhm.
the song up too. And since we're on the subject of Aretha Franklin, actually, no, I'm gonna save that to another Aretha album. I'm gonna save that. But yeah, this was a good album. You know, me and Try did a dope review on this one when she died and stuff too. So must have in your collection. Then we got You. This album came out in 1975. Very underrated album right here. She looking fine as fuck on this album cover. I ain't gonna hold you. This is known for songs like the title track, Without You, Only Happened. You know, commercially, this album didn't do as well. That's why, like, the Atlantic Records from 75 to 79, minus Sparkle soundtrack, have not been on streaming and shit like that, too. So now we got Aretha Franklin Sparkle soundtrack.
That was good.
Very dope soundtrack. Originally, this soundtrack was supposed to have been for her sister. But again, Aretha Franklin, you know, she slid her way and asked Curtis Mayfield to do a hit because she needed another hit. And I don't like this version of Sparkle, the original version. I like the one with Jordan Sparks and Whitney Houston. Rest in peace, Whitney Houston. Um, but the soundtrack was dope as fuck. I love Something He Can Feel, Hooked on Your Love, I Get High. Again, if you like some dope samples, check
Mhm.
this album out too. Now, in my opinion, the most underrated Aretha album is the disco album right here, La Diva, 1979. This is her least favorite album. I'm gonna finish off this last couple and I'm gonna end this off. All right, so her least favorite album because she needed a shoehorn that disco sound, but I feel like vocally is some of her best shit.
Right.
I was playing for you, Reasons Why, Only Star. I admit some of the songwriting was kind of eh, but at the same time, this is some dope ass shit. I would give this album a chance. It's very hard to come by. I seen this on eBay for like $500. Believe it or not,
Wow.
Crazy.
I got this for like $5. So
Mm.
yeah,
Wow.
there we go. Aretha Franklin again. I got this. I got this and one more Aretha album. So just letting y'all know. Um, this one is called Aretha. This was the first album on Arista Records. You know, Creep Keeper Clive Davis. You know what I'm saying? Very, very dope album. United Together, my favorite Aretha song. She did a cover of What a Fool Believes. She did a cover of School Days. That was from Chuck, I think that was Chuck Berry song. But nice little early 80s album, you know. Then we got Jump to It. You know, the Luther Vandross produced album right here. You know what I'm saying? Very great album. Probably my favorite album from her in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't know she had that many damn albums, bro. That's
man,
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah. Right.
yeah, man. This one was known for songs like Jump to It, It's Just Your Love, It's Your Thing, you know what I'm saying? Must have in your collection right here. In my opinion, One of her last great albums. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Then we got Peter Frampton with Frampton Comes Alive. One of the best live albums in history, man, right here. You know what I'm saying?
John
This is
Dixon, what
no
up?
what up, John? This is known for songs like Show Me the Way. Maybe I Love the Way, you know what I'm saying? Feel Like I Do. Like I said, I don't know if you're familiar with Peter Frampton. I don't know.
He looked like the dude from Franz Ferdinand, the leader.
Oh man. But yeah, man, like he a dope he a dope as guitarist. Like I like his showmanship, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
May want to talk about this one. May want to.
Is
Bro,
what is he? What is he? Is he rock or is he heavy metal?
He's classic rock.
Classic rock. Okay.
Yeah. With a little pop feel to it, you know what I'm saying?
Like
You know what? I'm
bro,
gonna leave it.
all these Aretha Franklin albums, they're like official legit albums, right?
Yeah.
Bro, like, because I'm looking at her discography now, and I'm like blown away. Because, I mean, of course she's been around forever, but I didn't think she had like this many fucking albums. Like,
yeah,
god
she got a
damn,
lot.
like this is like this is damn near like 40 legit albums. Like, it seems
Mhm.
like she made like an album every single year since like the '60s. It's
Yes,
crazy.
sir.
That's
Right.
crazy, bro.
I got Dougie Fresh and the Fresh Crew, the world's greatest entertainer. 1988, this album came out.
Mhm.
Very, very, very great album. You know, this was known for songs like Keep Rising to the Top, On the Strength. You know what I'm saying? I'm Getting Ready. Hip hop classic right here, too. Then we got Play from 1995. Very great album, too. You know, he was on this is actually his last album he came out with.
Right.
You know, and I think he came out with his biggest song, Freaks. You know, everyone knows that song.
That was on there. I thought that was on the Little Vicious album.
It was on both albums.
Oh, it was on both. Okay.
Yeah. Then he had that song, Ayo.
Yeah.
Alright. So
I was big.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I remember that joint.
Yeah, man. Very great album. I feel like no one gives this album its just due like that.
He had an Easy Mo B joint on there too.
Oh yeah. All right. I'm gonna show these last. I'm gonna show about 8 more albums. I know Try's gonna have a lot to say about this next
No,
artist.
hey, that's your thing.
Funkadelic Maggot Brain.
That's great. What you mean?
Oh yeah. Very great album, man. 1971. Everyone knows his record. The title track alone was a masterpiece. Back in Our Minds, very great.
I don't know where I put mine at. It's somewhere around here.
Then we got these two masterpieces. One Nation Under the Groove,
I love that one.
1978. My favorite Funkadelic album, in my opinion. This is when Junie Morrison from the Ohio Players came, made Funkadelic more of a commercial band as Parliament. You know what I'm saying? Doodoo Chasers, I love that record. Into You. I mean,
My drink.
that's my joint too. Then we got Uncle Jam Wants You, 1979. This was known for Not Just Knee Deep. You know what I'm saying? Love that record.
Mhm.
Um, Freak of the Week, very great song right there too. You know what I'm saying? The Funkadelic stuff from like the mid to late 70s to early 80s are kind of hard to find by on streaming. So
Yeah.
once I get physical wins. All right, so I'm just gonna show these last three together. It's the Gap Band.
Oh Lord. They best shit.
Yes, sir. Got a Gap Band 3. Came out, you know, the songs like Yearning for Your Love, Burn Rubber on Me, Are You Living? You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very great album. We got Gap Band 4, their best album in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? This was known for songs like Outstanding, Early in the Morning, Stay With Me, You Dropped a Bomb on Me. Very controversial song at that time, you know what I'm saying? Must have in your collection.
After 4, that's when they fell off to me.
Well, That's what Troy says, but I like Gap Band 6.
No.
I did not like Gap Band 5. I didn't like Gap Band 5 and shit, but this one was a pretty cool album. They had a diss song to Prince called Disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Weak Spot was cool. I Found My Baby. Yeah. Very good album. And I'm gonna end this off right here because I gotta get some rest and get ready for work tonight. But yeah. I like how everybody comes when we're doing the vinyls and shit, but y'all want to hear
Exactly. Where were you before?
I know the album was whack. Damn. Shit. But yeah, man. You know what? I might show another. I'm debating on doing another vinyl recap tomorrow during the Mariah Carey.
Kyvace, tell people where they can find you at and what you got coming up.
Of course.
Yo, you can find me at Kyvace.official on Instagram. Yeah, keep up to date with me. Getting ready to launch a single, my first single, in the next few days, and in the following next few weeks, we'll be following with a music video. So definitely give me a follow and keep up to date.
Looking forward to that.
Yes, sir. Show much love to my nigga Kyvace and shit. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel, subscribe to me, subscribe to Try. Got one more video to do before my suspension's over. Tomorrow at 8:00, gonna go to that Artist Sundays. Gonna talk about this one right here, Mariah Carey, Butterfly. You know what I'm saying? Ashley gonna join us for this one.
You didn't miss nothing, Dartmouth. Yo, it's a root trash review for a reason though. The album wasn't good, but.
Oh, can I tell them about the upcoming review?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. On what is it, Tuesday, right?
Let me double check.
Okay.
But yeah, Tuesday at 9 p.m.
Tuesday at 9 p.m. we're gonna be reviewing A+, the Latchy Kid album, and that's something I'm super interested in because that's somebody I've been wanting to talk about for a long time because I thought he had the full package, like as far as being an artist, but for some reason I don't know what happened. But so yeah, we're gonna get into it on Tuesday.
Yeah. This week is gonna be very interesting reviews, man. First review I'm gonna do when I come back is gonna be a double review of Body Count self-titled and Ice-T, the Home Invasion album. You know, gonna come out strong for y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is the version we're gonna do with Cop Killer. Just letting y'all know. And then next Saturday, we're gonna talk about SZA with Control. That's gonna be 6 p.m. and shit. That's gonna be next Saturday. Then I want to say the week after next, get ready because we're gonna do the review on Higher Learning, the movie. Yeah,
that's my movie right there.
Oh yeah,
I seen that in the theaters and I was heated. Like coming out that theater, man, I hated. I like
that movie. Oh, that movie will get you.
Made me feel some sort of way when I left that theater, man.
Right. But yeah, man. We're gonna do that and the soundtrack. So that's gonna be the week after next. And then I got another movie review saved up, but stay tuned on that one. I ain't gonna say shit yet. But yeah, man. With that being said, I gotta get my shit together for work tonight. Appreciate this try. Appreciate this Kyvace as usual. See y'all niggas later. Peace.
Peace.